It is a best of 7 after all, of course, and here sitting in the bottom left side, right now representing Kaisi Gamers and the Red Bull, of course, it is Reynor, the Italian stallion. And in the top right side, we have a very strong Terran from Korea, Shopify Rebellion's very own Byun. And yeah, like I said, I have not been able to see too much of Reynor's Protoss just quite yet. This will be one of his more tough opponents, unless if he's done some custom games with someone, right, off streams, some practice rounds here or there. But yeah, just overall in the League lag, there's not that much for Reynor the race switcher to really have on his repertoire just quite yet, right? So it's gonna be a challenge, that's for sure. And well, Byun, he's just gonna play his regular game, we all suspect. Usually, you know, a player that is a little bit aggressive. If he knows he's going to be up against the gateway forces, most likely we'll see him make that quick transition into Ghost before he starts pushing. But if that's not the case, then most likely we will see quite a bit of pressure coming out of this man. As if he's not entirely certain what he wanted out of life. He's kind of doing his own thing. Like, let me make a supply depot. No, let me attack the well, you know what? Actually, a factory might come in useful here. There we go. A little probe. Knows about the Reaper scout times. No worry. Doesn't really change too much, I suppose, whether you're playing Zerg or Protoss. That's the Adept ready. Lovely stuff. And there's the Stargate. I was mentioning before that I heard from Roddy's mouth, so take this with a grain of salt, perhaps. Who knows? But he said that when Reynor was starting to try out Protoss a little bit, and he was just experimenting with it, kind of having fun with it, he was saying to Rotterdam that, you know what, Roddy, I think you got something here with these Phoenixes. They're very strong. And if you have the micro potential of someone like Reynor, I mean, I can see why that would be a terrifying thing to face. Something quite capable of shutting down any type of harassment. Ooh, opening up with the Oracle first. Perfectly fine. Is he gonna have his minerals disrupted though? That might be the case here. Alright. 3 probes, that is a bit nasty. Is there more stuff coming from the front door? There was a Hellion right there as well, of course. Losing 6 probes in total right now. That is a bit rough. That is a bit rough. Took a little bit too long for the Oracle to be created, I suppose, to help out with that situation. Not saying that he was slow with it, but just, you know, I guess you still have to rely on either the adapts or make the investments in the into the shield battery or something like that to keep yourself safe from a potential 2 Reaper assault. Now, 2 Reapers down its own already not that common, right? So, oh boy, oh boy. Retaliation at the helm. Here we go. See how much he can get himself. He's just gonna suicide these units in as well, and 7 workers do get killed, but you know. Oh, more adept there. Sorry, another one. Another Oracle coming in also. Still don't think that was an entirely worthwhile trade there for Reynor. I think those Oracles a bit more useful later down the path of the game continues onwards. It's 2 more SCVs right there. Cyclone's staying home. It's a bit of a gamble there from Reynor trying to make that commitment, but finding himself on the wrong end of a Cyclone little lock-on dot. Byun checking for the third. Couldn't find it quite yet, but there we go. There is the Nexus of Reynor. This could be an interesting moment in time indeed. The third does get scouted quite early on, and those Cyclones and Marines are not messing about. Could be a forced cancellation if the Cyclones are microed in a very precise manner. Just gotta be careful. Those Marines as well, quite strong after all. Do add quite a bit of damage with that stim pack now being researched. Cancellation has to be made off that third base. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. I do really appreciate Reynor though for, you know, making a bit of a commitment onto another race as well. Putting in some practice, getting some games going, you know. It's pretty cool to see. It's fun as well that he's playing Protoss. Just instead of something like Terran. I always thought he would go for Terran instead of Protoss, but I mean, Terran is his brother's race as well. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Whether or not his brother, you know, learning StarCraft 2 as well and starting to try to get up into the higher echelons of StarCraft gaming. Maybe he's like, you know, this is a pretty fun process, that right there. Maybe it would be nice to just try to get a little bit of Protoss here. Right now, versus Byun, he's definitely still struggling. 54 army supply right now versus 26. So Reynor, hopefully he's gonna have himself an alright couple of warping rounds here before this attack fully commences. These Stalkers buying more time, but they are not as quick as Zerglings. I don't know why I'd want to make all these statements like, aha, well, you don't have a queen here, do you? I don't, yeah. That sort of things. You don't do that with other Protoss players, do you? It's just that because he usually plays Zerg. Well, I think this might be a bit too much for Reynor to handle at this point in time. Starks on the backside seemingly vaporized as well a couple of times. Having that reinforcements run into him, and GG is cold. To be fair, you know, things did have a little bit of a weird, messy start there for Reynor with the first two initial Reapers. They definitely didn't make things easy for him. Losing, what was it again? Like 7 probes? 6 probes? Around that number from the 2 Reapers, and as well as the Hellion, of course, coming in from the other side, which, you know, Reynor did have a adept for that as well, so he was anticipating all these things. They just weren't quite in the correct place to fully stop it from happening. As well as, you know, people don't often make 2 Reapers. They usually stick to the 1 Reaper. Which kind of shows maybe perhaps Byun, you know. It's like, you know, let's just make that second Reaper, see whether or not we can get some damage in here with it. Because I am playing against someone who's not that proficient at Protoss, but then again, that probe did just kill an SCV, Mr. Byun, so let's hold on to what you're saying in my mind right there. Alright then. Cool it down, Mr. Imaginary Byun. It's the single Reaper this time around, following up with a reactor for the factory, I would assume. Actually, no, the factory is pretty far removed from that barrack, so most likely just gonna start up some marine production here. I guess we went Nexus first. seeing how slow the Adept was here, meaning both players do in fact lose a worker at the start, but you know, nothing game ending this time around, or like something that is truly gonna mess up your game quite heavily so. And it makes sense to me that someone, you know, switching race in particular is not gonna have all the experience you need on this race when things get weird. You may have a couple of build orders and that type of stuff, but if 2 Reapers kill just a bunch of workers right off the bat, then things are going to be a bit more off kilter. Is that how you would call it? Off tilt? On tilt? You're tilting now. I don't know. You get what I mean, though. Yeah. Quite a heavy-duty wall here by Reynor. Gonna make it difficult for something to run up that ramp straight into the mineral line. He arrives with his Oracle once again. Struggle against those Cyclones once more. Byun's just playing it safe, and you can't really blame him. Oh my. Actually, may have walked a bit too far, or has he? One of them has. Ah, no, actually, I kind of like the engagement right there at the front. Give them some time to have the shield battery finish, get a couple of free shots as the Terran units walk up the ramp. The gateway is being brought onto the map also on the about the 3 o'clock position. How many gateways are we on exactly? It's only going to be 4 of them with this one added in, so perhaps some light pressure, but I imagine Reynor is going to go with a 3rd base behind this. There it is, yeah. Byun, on the other hand, sticking to the 3 barracks and the 1 factory, 1 starport play. Reynor gets to be a little Oracle pest. That is always fun to see. One of those really fun units you just don't get to have on any other race, right? Not much that's similar to the Oracle that is within the other races. To be fair, StarCraft is pretty good at like unit identity already. You know, there's not a lot of overlap. Where it's like, well, yeah, I guess they're both just guys with guns. This guy is 5 damage, the other guy is 7 damage, you know. It's pretty distinct. Quite a happy blink up into the main base here. Does lose a couple of stalkers, but it kills the Cyclones as well. Coming in from the other side now, trying to get a bunker, but ooh, good targeting there from Byun. Staying on the low HP units. Seems to be alright with that situation as well. More units warping in. But yeah, he is actually going to get that bunker this time around. He will remain here with his Stalkers as well. See how proper Reynor's Blink Stalker micro is. This is looking pretty good, not gonna lie. But, well, that's just a little bit too much Terran, perhaps. Then again, I mean, he almost kills it. Nice pickup micro there from Byun, really showcasing some some nice micro from both of them. Pressure may have subsided, but without those Cyclones here, Oracle does have a little bit of free range for a while onto the SCVs, and this is causing Byun to move back with his army. I do think, well, he is building a 3rd base of his own. This could turn into a game where we will see Byun play a bit more defensive up until the point where he has those ghost units. Wouldn't be too surprised with the amount of gateway forces that he's facing, but then again, A lot of these gateway forces are being sniped out. This is coming in again. Recalls them out of there. He is not unfamiliar with the bag of tricks Protoss have, is he? No, sir, indeed. That was a lovely play right there. Getting a couple more of those SCVs. Really putting Byun in a pickle. 2 more Stalkers right there. Just appearing. Truly counter-attack damage from a world champion. Regardless of what race he plays. Oh, pretty good splits on those Zealots as well. But is it going to be enough? Only 3 more are warped in. There's a shield battery overcharge here. But that is going to be microed away from the Zealots. Still keep giving chase. So be careful with this. Oh dear, down goes the shield battery now. That a bit too much. The Zealots need to give chase still. Keep running after them as Byun will just pick up into the main base right now. He's going to actually continue shooting the probes. A smart play. His army entirely consisting out of Marauders here. Doing really good damage against those Stalker units from Byun. Sorry, from Reynor. Let's blame the heat on that one as well. He's losing a lot of probes right now. Still in an alright spot overall. If he manages to not stop bleeding right here, is he going to be able to? I don't think so. I think there's going to be some more blood. Oh boy, that's a lot of blood. That is an amount that will get a vampire quite excited. If Byun was a vampire. I don't believe he is, so, you know. 28 kills on the probes. 3rd base in a lot of trouble. Imagine that going down. Very well could if more reinforcement starts coming in. Counterattacks with Zealots were sent in as well during this, but the reinforcements of Byun is there. Reynor taps out. Alright, Reynor with the probe in action. Can he get another SCV kill? That is, of course, what we're all wondering. A bloodthirsty little worker bee. It's not gonna go for its prey this time. Knows he has bigger fish to fry. I'm gonna bring him back home. Both players going for the expansion. Nothing too quick, nothing too crazy. The Cybercore just finished up, so maybe the Reaper is going to be a little bit annoying, but the probe comes back around, so leading the Reaper back into the Terran base. In fact, where is it? There it is. Alright, it is coming in. And yeah, look at that blue bar. Now there's an adept here, so you know, Reynor getting the scout, keeping the Reaper out of his base from scouting him, as well as kind of minimizing that time where you just have the one adapt versus the one Reaper. Even, you know, being able to just kind of almost kill him. I got close. That got close. Stargate Phoenix. Ah, nice. Alright. I like that. We saw the amount of harassment this man was doing with the Blink Stalkers as well. I think that type of harassment is even better suited for a unit like a Phoenix. Right? I think he's going to be able to do even more so. And it just plays into this man's strength. Going to be able to defend against potential Widowmine drops pretty easily, Hellion run-bys, that type of stuff. With just 2 Cyclones, if if they are one over here, one over here, they're spread out enough, you're going to be able to intercept them as well with the, like, 3 Phoenix.
Additional supply depots required.
Triple Rex out of Byun. Robo follow-up here for Reynor has just finished. Probably gonna get that robotic support bay. The facility. Ooh, and we have the Phoenix with Cyclone action already happening as well. Hopefully it's less warm where these players are. In fact, perhaps I should have opened up a window. Well, I have one, but I need two open, so there's actual airflow. Anyway. Another push like this. A lot of Marines, some Cyclones here coming out of Byun. The Phoenix, yeah, they're gathering up some energy here. They have got most of their HP still remaining. Might be able to just pick up... Ooh, almost. You could just pick him up and put him down immediately as well with the Phoenix, just to get the look-on to activate. And Byun realizes, yeah, this is not a battle he wants to be fighting here. With 2 shield batteries, Reynor taking a lot of precautions not to lose any units unnecessarily. And yeah, with the 2 shield batteries, he should be okay to just kind of fly these Phoenix into a whole different area. Ooh, almost loses one. Byun realizing the potential danger there for the Phoenix. Reynor kind of in a box right now. Perhaps this is a difficult map to kind of make this strategy work on. There's a short air distance, yeah, for sure, but there's not a lot of dead space behind this. Oh, he's gonna try again. Oh, Cyclone there. Yeah, I don't think Byun's gonna get caught off guard by any air attack. Reynor on the other hand. Well, let's see how long he keeps his Phoenix here. Oh. Not certain where Byun wants these medevacs to go. Perhaps it was just a little mismanagement of unit movement there. It might be the same thing right here, because it does seem like he keeps sending them to the bottom left and then... Oh, alright. Plan B? Question mark. Okay, army gets spotted moving this way. That means Reynor's moving his army away from this area. Oh boy. Oh boy. Phoenix needs to get themselves over to the other side. Oh, they're not gonna be there in time. At least not to stop these medevacs from unloading. On the other flank, that is just lone shield batteries. Reynor struggling to figure out where he's supposed to go. The Nexus goes down, and that is more than enough there for Byun. He's going to be boosting out of there, drop these units once again. And on the forefront, he managed to get a single shield battery there as well. That is some sort of damage. That should not have happened. Let's see. There's no observers of any kind here. I guess making that immortal at the start kind of kept the front gate safe. But at the same time, it's stopping him from being able to kind of have that vision range that you would require to effectively defend against these types of attacks from Byun. Because yeah, if you just keep second guessing where he's gonna come from, it's just a coin toss at that moment, right? It's like, okay, he's gonna come from the back or the front, maybe the middle, right? But probably not. Not the best place for Byun to try and sneak some units into. As he will be surrounded within a couple of seconds. So yeah, Reynor once again in trouble. Once again in trouble. 4th base for Byun is coming along. Starting up the Ghost attack quite heavily so. The production now 3 at a time. As Byun has got himself that map control. 4th base for Reynor, quite a way behind. Now, how is he going to be able to find himself in a better position than this right now? I feel like we would have to have Byun take just a bad fight. Which could be rough to do since most of his units, his army, is just a bit more mobile right now. Phoenix and Stalkers can give chase, but I think can just sometimes turn around again. If you have enough bio remaining, I mean the Phoenix and Stalkers on their own are just gonna melt away. There you go, now observers are trying to be brought in along the sides here. He's gonna keep Reynor a bit more in the know as to what is happening. Look at that, now he sees those medevacs and he's like, get out of here, that's not gonna happen a second time. Reassessing the situation. Checking for more observers. He's got observer speed already. That is really funny. You don't see that very often, do you? Yeah, look at that observer speed. Okay, blink done. Charge on the way. Disruptors being thrown into the mix as well as Dark Templars here. Reynor getting the box of Protoss. All the cool units, of course, from those gateways, as well as the disruptors with Colossi. Not too bad. Another drop now, this time around in the natural base. May cause another opportunity here for Byun. Let's keep our eye out on that one. Ooh, disruptor shot is massive on that side. Another one. Oh, ho, ho, Byun not paying attention. But the drop does continue. Reynor really massacring that one. He lost 13 probes, to be fair. His economy not in that great a shape. But his army, his trade efficiency right there was absolutely through the roof. And he's going to find some more efficiency here. He can chase with the Phoenix. They don't have any energy to pick anything up. But killing a lot of medevacs right now is actually pretty massive. For Byun wants to try and make a transition into more so a Viking Liberator perhaps as well force, and if he loses most of his medevacs he's gonna have to be rebuilding those. And then you just don't really have the tech you need, or the advanced parts of the Terran army to truly be able to go up against a Protoss army here. You need to have something other than just Marine Marauder. Medevac. Oh dear. Ghost, a great addition, of course. Yeah, I'm a big fan of how well the Liberators do against Protoss. Great EMPs there onto the Protoss army. He's got to be careful for that one. Nice disruptor shot flying back into the Terran rear. Ooh, that is a lot of Terran coming in. Does Byun have enough? Quite a couple of ghosts once again with these disruptor shots being taken out every single time. But Reynor just doesn't have the real gateway force there to defend himself and does still lose a lot of units. Now 81 army supplies strong is Byun, moving across the map towards a 50 army supply Reynor. He's getting some of the best disruptor shots I've seen in a long time, but he just doesn't seem to be able to make it work as well as, you know, in combination with the rest of the bits that you need to go well with StarCraft 2. Finding himself in a bit of trouble. Once again, losing workers. Byun going to be trying to punish Reynor for sending too many units there. Can't quite get that timing to work though, I suppose. It's Byun behind this, taking up more bases, getting himself the fusion core as well. Disruptors, or yeah, Liberators shouldn't be too far along from there. Medevac drop gets called out. One medevac goes down, the other one trying to escape. Dark Templars being sent across the map as well. One Marauder. Interesting battle. Interesting battle for sure. And oh, he gets those disruptors down before they shoot anything. Marauders are kind of low HP though, while Prism Micro now in effect as well. Look at that lovely stuff from Reynor. Absolutely fantastic. Goes in with a couple of DTs as we mentioned as well. 15 SCVs go down because of that. This is the best game we've seen from Reynor so far. This is really bringing a strong fight to Byun, and he is making Byun fight for this one. Byun now out of it yet, of course, is still looking in a pretty good position. He has got himself a good amount of bases here. His economy is booming. As long as he stops the Protoss from counter-attacking, I believe he will still be in a favored position in my eyes. Oh, but this could change it. This could change it. A couple of Dark Templars once again into the natural base this time around. Recalls 2 of them. Interesting. It's another one on this base right here, as the Protoss army will be moving towards the lonely command center now, undefended. Those SCVs are, well, mostly gonna get away. More Zealots swapping in here. Reynor. This is fantastic, man. This is some multi-pronged harassment of Protoss that you don't see that much of Protoss. Coming in with a couple of those disruptor shots there. Again, hitting quite a couple of great targets. Let's take a look at the resources lost tab here, just to see. Yeah, that is pretty dead even, actually. Surprisingly so. Okay, Wild Prism finally knocked out. But I think Reynor definitely landing quite a blow right there. Took out a base, took out 16 SCVs. Trading as efficiently as Byun is. But Byun, his army supply is absolutely terrifying right now. It is about 30 to 40 army supply above that of Reynor. Right there. Oh, this might change it though. One disruptor shot, good hit right there. Another good hit. Needs to have more gateway forces though here, it would look like, to really keep this safe. Oh boy. Oh brother. Where are the rest of his forces? Dark Templars onto more SCVs in the natural base, and Byun takes the bait. He's gonna try to return here. Does not like his odds of just going forwards. A brave attempt to warp in this amount of Dark Templar as you are struggling army versus army wise. But it is paying off in spades right now. Reynor, in fact, feeling confident enough once again to start moving forwards with his army as well. His main army here shuts down another Liberator. It's going to shut down more of the mining of Byun. And Byun, 33 SCVs remain. That is not that. Make that 24. This is going south quite rapidly for Byun. I think Reynor's done it, man. I think he's done it. I'm pretty sure he has. Now, a couple of times there where I do believe Byun perhaps would have been better suited to just kind of run across the map rather than try to run back all the time. Just kind of, you know, agree that you're gonna take economic damage there, but you're gonna have to do more to your opponent. Now, well, is this a good play from Reynor? I don't think he has the units just quite yet to waltz in here and just take out Byun. Byun clearly quite quickly comes in as with the retaliation there as well. A Zealot run by here. Comes still with a strong army, right? His economy is gone, but his army is still very strong. He's doing pretty good with it. But these Dark Templars right here, 7 kills, and how much on the other one? Even blinks out another 7 kills in that. Those Dark Templars putting in a lot of work. Imagine 7 Marauders or something like that, right? And both 14 Marauders from 2 Dark Templars. I get. Must have been a couple of Marines in between there, but that was fantastic stuff. Reynor managed to get a victory right here. A 1-2 score on the scoreboard right now. Oh, he's back. The Killer Probe once again on the prowl. It's like one of those Spartan kids, right? That were back in the day promising pupils. They would shave their heads and just let them roam with a knife with a couple of other kids in the valleys, where whenever slaves would escape, they would have to escape through there. And then, you know, the kids would just... they would kill everyone. They would kill everyone that came through that pass. Same with this probe. He shaved his head, got a knife, and he went out for blood. It's like, I will let these SCV workers know who's in charge around here. Reaper across the map this time around. Going to be a little bit annoying. He's lost another SCV right there. Very unlike Byun, actually, losing the SCVs to probes. Takes Reynor a little bit to have the adept, so he does lose 2 probes in total. The other probe on the other side got shot by the other Reaper. So each Reaper getting their own probe kill. Double Reaper, we've seen how effective they were before. This time around, there's an adept ready to intercept. Wants to get another shot if he can. Ooh, nice blockade with probes and pull away the low HP one. Only loses 1 of them. I think that is still permissible, right? That is still alright. Nice block there with his SimCity. Not gonna allow the Reapers easy access. Ooh, main base or natural base trouble. Extra probes do get targeted down by the Hellion. Finding himself some more. So 5 probes in total so far have already been demolished. Reynor comes for the Stargate opening. Ooh, might lose another probe here. Yes, sir. Nice adept shade there, though, from Reynor, anticipating the movements of the Reaper. Able to shut it down before it does anything else, but again, another probe going down, right? 6 probes by now. That's got to be a bit of an effect right there. Oracle opening into the Twilight Council. Reynor is still playing very macro-orientated here, regardless of him off-racing. Alright. Blink coming in as well. Going up to 4 again. Imagining to just see that 4th base coming up, not in the too far distance timeline. It's called the timeline. Having siege tanks though. Oh. Ready on the high ground right here. Does help him out quite a bit. The Adept Shade revealing some of the units that are up there as well. And, well, it's going to be a little bit before I really would want to see Reynor commit here. In fact, I'm not sure if I ever want him to commit here. Unless if Byun starts to move out, he might be able to rotate in on the backside. Or if Byun, you know, makes 2 medevacs and flies 2 medevacs full of units away. Was a little bit supply blocked there for a while, so it's gonna be longer than usual to get those medevacs out. The siege tank a little bit too far now, unsieging. Trading pretty properly for the Protoss forces right there. 2 Stalkers. Oh, siege tank repositioned. This could mess up the micro there for Reynor, but no, the siege tank unsieges right as the Stalkers come in. Very unfortunate. Oh, the splash damage killing off the stasis ward as well. Unlucky. Or maybe targeted by Byun, who knows. Yeah, Byun just now with a much higher army count. Gotta be extremely careful with these stalkers right here. A third base has been constructed. Hold the choke here a little bit. Oh dear, I think that is too much for you to fight right now with these stalkers, Mr. Reynor. He's trying to trade as effectively as possible, but it's a tough thing to do when Stimpack is completed, isn't it? Why they try to just keep running, or... Well, yeah, you do that. You try to fight to the best of that you can. Probably losing a couple of boys. Trying to save this gateway right here. That's kind of funny. Already wanted to... Alright, yeah, now building the pylon over here. It might be a place where Byun will be moving through, though. It's not too hard to imagine him taking that path. Sorry, Oracle in the main base manages to get 4 SCV kills. Careful of the bio. That side choke point though, seemingly enough to deter both players from wanting to engage through that area. So 4th base for Reynor will be starting construction here. Oh my, that is aggressive. Oh, that Widowmine might get a good hit. No, okay, he gets away, but... Oof, okay. Well, that had me worried there for a while. I thought the bio could just continue to give chase there. But Byun did not want to escape or move too far away from his Widowmine fields and his siege tank. Does move backwards again. Playing it safe. He's already lost 1 game versus Reynor, of course. Taking a couple of trades that he shouldn't have. Not being careful enough against those disruptor shots either. Talking about disruptors could be the next thing on the menu here for Reynor once that robotics bay is completed. Alright, 4th base starting to mine. Careful with the oracles. Seemingly no Widowmines anymore burrowed in that area, so... a bit safer to just kind of fly it across. Not over there though, unfortunately. He may have been trying to drag a Widowmine hit into the Terran army, but the Widowmine just wasn't quite in yet. It's not quite into the ground, and well, this is this is a lot of Terran. We don't quite have the Colossi here. I think the 4th base is just gonna have to be given up on. Already, well, Byun is moving backwards. Oh, EMPs are going to be arriving. That is a terrifying thing. 2 Colossi almost ready. Trying to chrono those 2 bad boys out, but it takes a long while. This might become a 1-3 right here. Byun just seemingly, if he doesn't take too many risky trades, or makes too many risky plays where, you know, multi-point harassment and that type of stuff, it does appear that he just kind of manages to out-macro? I don't know if I want to say out-macro, but just to outgrow Reynor here. When Byun recollects himself, finds his calm, his cool, he does seem to be in a leading position most of the time. Doesn't unnecessarily try to, you know, keep going for aggressive moves. He just plans for a good fight, takes a good fight, and then just hunts down his opponent on the other side of the map. Probe here. Well, you know what? Third SCV that got killed by a probe today. Ooh, doesn't get away. A brave probe. It's not going to be able to scout with it anymore, but at least it killed an SCV. Slowing down the command center a little bit. Reaper won't be able to get anything this time around, it looks like. He is starting to heal up, but he's so low and the Adept is right on his tail. I think he is managing to get this escape going. The death of this Reaper. Is there another Adept on the high ground? Yes, sir, there is. Tough time. Tough time. No caster? I'm here. I'm talking. I'm not muted either. It's warm. Can tell you that. Jeez Louise. Oh, I should have opened up a window. Right, I keep forgetting. Well, if this is not the last game, I'm going to take a couple of seconds. Wouldn't mind drop towards the main base. Two Adepts here trying to see what they can get done. Delay the bunker building a little bit, I suppose. Get a SCV. Follow this bad boy over here. Ooh, quick pull away. Alright, 2 probes. That's alright. That's manageable. Loses the Adepts, though. One of them. Didn't he have 2? Yeah, the other one's over here right now. Perhaps he wanted to commit the Adept on the high ground, so that the shade would complete. He'd get more vision, right? I don't know what exactly he managed to see. Didn't really get to see anything else. Alright. Byun was prepared. The 2-kill Widowmine drop. Raven will be approaching the area as well. Double harassment this time around. How many Stalkers are we on? 6 of them. 2 over here, 2 over here, and 2 running across the map, of course. Where else would you want them? Oh, it's a good play. It is definitely a good play. Keeping tabs on your opponent. Incredibly important. No probe kills. Oh, well, make that 2 probe kills. From none to 2. It's the threesome of Stalkers now at the front door. Once again confronted with that bunker. Quite a fearful amount of units now starting to head towards the third base of Reynor. There is a shield battery there, as well as Colossus on the way. Colossus range still a bit off though, and that could make this fight quite a bit tricky. You know what? Reynor, like this, finding himself a bit of an opportunity to delay this slightly. Other turret apparently went down. Keep our tabs on this also. Still just keeping 4 Stalkers and an Adept out of the game pretty much. And Byun decides to back up. After his attack got spotted at the watchtower, it looks like he just doesn't want to have these fights happen where he loses too many units unnecessarily, right? Maybe got a bit cocky in game number 3. now in game number 4 and 5. He definitely has been tightening everything down again. Making this quite a difficult challenge once more for Reynor. Ooh, okay, 5 probes. Reynor was still, you know, somewhat on top of it. Could have been a lot worse, I suppose. But 5 probes with the medevac and the 2 Widowmines still alive is a very, very good thing for Byun. Still gonna keep those stalkers out of any other job rather than just defend the mineral line. Gonna keep them preoccupied. Now the attack might actually commence. Are there ghosts here already? No. He did have the Ghost Academy, but no ghost yet, right? Am I crazy? Did he not make the ghost? He didn't make the Ghost Academy. I am crazy. I thought he was going for it quite early on. Maybe he misread that there is the, you know, maybe he didn't see the robo up until a point. That's why he cancelled it, right? It must have been. I don't see things that aren't there. I'm not one of those crazy people, trust me. Oh, Widowmines are plenty to stop the watchtower from being taken. As well as another one over here. Having a rough day at the jobs, the zealots are. This one at least got to have a bit of vengeance before being shot right in the gut. Now, we've seen this, the disruptor shots from Reynor finding a lot of great targets. They were doing some amazing damage, and if he manages to make that happen again here, that would be lovely to see. That would be definitely a way for him to win this game. The economy is looking alright. It's not like it's got very far apart. Here and there we have some spikes for red. But you know what? Overall, the longer extended lower periods of time were in favor for the Protoss. So the economy has been fairly close. Oh, split. There we are. Is it just me, or does it feel like pro players have a longer time to react against Widowmines? Is that just me that has this feeling? Oh goodness. Oh, Zealots are back. Back for more. Finding a couple of SCVs here. That's nice. Brings one of these Zealots away. He's like, oh, I guess you're gonna send some units here. So it'd still be annoying, but let's not be wasteful. Widowmine on this base on the bottom left side. Reynor looking, eyeing it up right now. Oh. It's quite rough. Zealots going every which way, and quite a couple of them finding some SCVs here. 7 of them. It's a lot of Zealots though. And again, we are nearing the max supply. Still 76 workers on the... Well, it's going to be 77 with this one finishing up also. I don't think Byun has to be too concerned at the moment for making more SCVs, right? I think he'll be okay. Sees the Widowmine. 2 Zealots swapping in. He's still gonna have to sacrifice one of them to get rid of that Widowmine right there. Scan on the forces of Reynor. Showing exactly where he is. Reynor deciding, you know what, we don't need no siege tanks. Sure, you still got some Colossi, you still got some Disruptors. I just want more ghosts. Does the siege tank choke you up a little bit? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's gonna have to be cancelled. No cancellations though. Reynor trying to come in here with the disruptor shots as Byun, ooh, takes one to the face. This base is gonna have to be cancelled, right? Another disruptor shot landing true here. It's a slight server advantage for Reynor after all, so this might be helping him out with those disruptor shots, but it shouldn't be by too much. I think there's like a 40 ping difference. He keeps his base alive as well. Half HP, but alive. No way for him to repair that. So maybe Byun having the opportunity later down the line, of course. He is trying to find a good fight against Reynor, but Reynor just won't let him. He has been on top of that disruptor micro quite effectively. So, is he sending one disruptor to the back? Is he doing this on purpose, or is this a mismanagement of his micro? I think it may have been a mismanagement, because there's an arc on there as well. That could have been sick, right? If that was on purpose, Big Zealot charging onto this base. The greatest setup, trying to make things difficult, but he's just gonna commit to the tech structures. He's like, you know what? I don't care about your SCVs right now. I just don't want you to make the units you like. Maybe deny a +3 armor as well. It's not the one that's gonna help him out the most getting that, but you know, better than nothing. Zealot's cleaned up, but Reynor suddenly in a position here. Is he gonna get a sneak attack in? No. Byun aware of those disruptors. He's not gonna fall prey to it too often. Anti-armor missile does not deter Reynor. He doesn't care. He's like, who cares about my armor? I got disruptors. Try to get close to me. Oh, that is a massive hit there once again. But the Vikings killed all the Colossi. Meaning Reynor will have to wait for those disruptors to once again recharge. Though I'm pretty sure one of them would have to be able to shoot right now. Single Stalker. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Not gonna happen. Finds the base. Oh, Dark Templar harassment also taking place. Source's lost tap, once again looking equal. Is Reynor going to be able to take this one here? Starting to become quite a wary situation for... Oh, that was sick. Just jumping up again with those... Oh, that was even sicker! Oh, wow, okay. That was amazing. The Vikings lifting up to dodge a disruptor shot. And then as they drop down, another disruptor shot is fired to just find them as they landed. That was pretty cool. I don't know if that was exactly on purpose, but man. That worked out for him, huh? Alright, well, guys, I think we're gonna go into game number 6. Yeah, game number 6. Okay. Still on match point, Byun is, of course. Reynor in a pinch. Has to win 2 games in a row. To be fair, if he wins this one, the next one, once again, will be with map or server advantage. So, you know, the map pick won't help him out anymore, but should give him a bit of a confidence booster. It's here again, guys. I swear, this probe... It's the same probe every time, isn't it? It's this... They're all brothers from the same family. That's just a weird, very aggressive towards SCVs kind of family. Look at that. He gets one to very low HP and he's like, you know what, nah, never mind. This is the one I want to take down. Reaper will be coming in pretty soon here, yeah, so he's going to try to hide out once again in a little corner here, but Byun, he's learned that trick. He's going to be looking for it. Does not allow the probe to take blood. Reaper might still be arriving here a little bit before that adapt. But only ever so slightly. Should be just about done, right? Very nice, very nice. Twilight Council. Could be on full display though for the Reaper to see, but doesn't quite go for it. Reaper adapt to ring around the rosy game. Ooh, finds quite a couple of probes there, but no, again, could pull away. Reynor's not in trouble here at all. He's got it. Not a single probe will go down, I imagine. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Proper defense. Just gotta make sure to be ready for the Wither Mines right now, and Reynor could be set up here for a lovely game number 5. We've seen that if he does manage to get into those disruptors, he is definitely gonna put Byun on the hot seat, making things quite difficult for him. Blink upgrade is coming up. Those Wither Mines are rather close. Stalkers are in a good position, as well as this Nexus right here. Might be able to catch a glimpse of it. No, there's no probe here. The probe already hiding, so doesn't know about this just quite yet. Ooh, where are the Stalkers? Where's the response? Probes! Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. Nothing so far. Ooh, yeah. I think he thought he had Blink. I'm pretty sure he was convinced he had Blink. It was so... It's almost done. Oh, whoa! Don't lose another Stalker here. Probably still rather lose the probe than a Stalker. Dev does manage to get a scout here as well. And, well, this is pretty much already all the information you need, right? He's probably not going to go 2-1-1. It happens, perhaps, sometimes, but he's gonna make sure. Yeah. Did he see? Did he see? No, 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 no. Third barracks still hidden, but you know, I mean, come on. You gotta at least have your suspicions about this. Oh, Raven harassment. Next step here. Stalkers are close by with that blink upgrade. Third base still empty. A couple of probes will be moving there right now, though, as I'm talking about it. So the Raven will have a few ways it could try to make this work. Oh, Wither Mine drop in the main. Almost killing everything. Oh, repositioned. Oh, Reynor. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Druid now here. Attack on the third base. Coming in with a siege tank here, but meeting a Immortal as well, which is trying to tank that firepower, but with the Marines, that combination of the two is a bit too much for him to handle right now. More harassments happening with the use of that auto turret, making life a living hell for Reynor, as Reynor on his last leg here, trying to figure out a way to salvage this situation. I'm not sure if there is a really qualified way for him to try and make this work, but this push truly putting him in a tough spot right now. He does have a Colossus. It's a little bit too late. The Immortal, realizing it was sent with the Stalkers a little bit too slow, apparently. Can't quite make that work. Shield battery being destroyed as well. At least he's going to be able to delay the third base of Byun. It's something. Not gonna let Byun run away fully with this game. Oh, trying to get the siege tank. Oh, that is a brave attempt, isn't it? Brave but foolish. And there it is. GG is called. Byun takes the game. He takes the series 4-2.